If you stuck around, welcome back. If you did not, so the installation is done. So follow me. Now we are required to reboot. So in production environment, what we have just been doing, you are probably plugged in with your console cable to the console port on the PFSense, and this will be showing on your laptop screen. Little depending on how long your console cable is. Okay. Perfect. PFSense is installed. First thing first. Remember, we did not configure um our LAN, so we need to do that right now. That's the only way we can access this machine. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Hopefully you can, because in the middle of the recording, my video, my headphone died out. Um, so next thing is we need to set interface IP address. Let's go on to configure IPv for address interface via DHCP. The answer is no. To do this, you need to know the IP address of your host only interface, which we looked at in we looked at this at the VM virtual network editor, the virtual policy network editor, and I showed you mine. So with yours, you can just type in your address that you want to give your PFSense internally for your users to access. What would I like to give this? Let me go with 253 because I have another PFSense, with an address. So now they're asking you for your subnet. You go with this, and for this, just press enter. Configure. You don't want to go. Do you want to configure? Do you want to enable the DHCP server on the LAN? Yes, we want to do this because we want systems connected, on the other side of the network to be able to get address from this PFSense. We do not want our VMware network editor to be dishing out the address instead of the PFSense. So you put yes here. Now you'll be asked the first address you would like this device to give out. So starting from this, and I want it to end at this. Do you want to revert to HTTPF configurator? Just put yes. Okay. So this is the address we should use in accessing, the PFSense internally. Yeah. So press So this, if you look at the screen now, you can see the one IP address and you can see the LAN IP address. Now, the next thing you would want to do is to set up a new virtual machine and install an operating system like Windows or Linux and assign a virtual network card on the LAN interface of the PFSense. I already have this done, but if you want a video on how to do it, use the comment section and tell me this is the video you want and I'll do the video. But on this video, I'll be showing you the configurations of the machine I'm using and the machine itself. So if you look at the left-hand side here on the screen, I have some couple of Windows machine. I'll be making use of this machine, the 01 Win. So looking at the settings, you see the network card, VMnet1. Yeah. So this machine is already in hibernate state because I was using it recently to do something. So let's just power on this machine and see if it gets the network address. Then I want to show you one more thing. Now, if your virtual network editor, if you assigned your PFSense to be your DHCP, now you need to come here on this adapter. Let me enable this. You need to come here on this adapter, this VMnet1, the one we are using. And normally this would be checked, but you need to uncheck this, the one that says use local DHCP service to distribute IP address to VM. You need to uncheck this so there's no DHCP service from this VM on this network address pool. If you look at other ones, they are checked, other ones they are checked. So I'll just cancel this. Now this machine is up. You check your network card. It's already getting the IP address because this machine was already connected to the previous PFSense. But let's test that out because ideally there should be some things we need to do. Yes, of course. You shouldn't be able to do that yet. But let's see. So from what we are seeing here, we can ping the PFSense Firewall, but we cannot get to the internet. So that takes us to the next stage of what we are going to do. You open your web browser. 21.253. Now the default username and password of this is PFSense, but you're supposed to change it. Right now. Now you're presented with a wizard. Now we're going to follow this wizard step by step to perform this configuration, and this would be very important when it comes to taking off, a couple of difficult and heavy lifting from our shoulders, because you can do this yourself, but following the wizard makes it easier for you. So first thing first is to click next. This next. Now, do you have a chance to name your device here? I always like to keep things tidy. Remember at the beginning we called it YT, that's YouTube Firewall. What domain would you like us to give this? Let's give it YouTube Lab. YouTube.lab. Yeah, that works. So this we have to set. That's a Cloudflare DNS. I always make use of that with the Google. Allow DNS servers to be overridden by DHCP. No, we do not want that, because we want what we set here to always be. Okay, leave. Well, you can change your time zone if you want, but I don't need to do this because this is just a video. But let's go ahead. Then for your one interface, we are receiving address via DHCP. You can leave that as it is. If you have a special configuration from your ISP, that is your internet service provider, or from your router if you're using Vodacom or Vodafone, depending on, this is where you perform those configuration. And please uncheck these two things. In production environments, you need to find out from your CISO if you're allowed to do this. But for the purpose of lab, when you leave this checked, you have a whole lot of things you'll be battling with, and you will not know that this is the cause. So uncheck this, because I personally, if you watch my IP addressing scheme, I'm making use of a public IP address, but it's internal, so I don't really care. But sometimes when this is checked, it affects how packets or traffic traverses between these addresses, given that they look like public IP addresses. So if you are like me, please uncheck this and click next. Now the LAN IP address, we already have that set. Click next. Now you need to change your password here. This is just for YouTube, so I'll make it super easy for you to hack. If you can get through my service provider, Edge, my laptop network card, my VMware sandbox, eventually my VMware, my network card, and then if you can get all through that, then please hack the PFSense. Okay, so now we click reload. Yeah. Okay, so we've done that part, and then you click finish. So at this point, it would be fair for me to call this video a wrap, given that I've gotten you to the point that enables you install the PFSense on the VMware. What is left for you is to do your part as a network engineer or the firewall engineer. But I'm going to just do a bonus that ensures that we can actually reach the internet from this device. So given that we can reach the firewall, but we cannot reach Google, then we should be looking at firewall policy. Okay, give me a moment. Let me confirm. Okay, so if you look here, it's making use of the gateway and GCP server of my other PFSense. So in my case, all I have to do is ipconfig release, ipconfig renew. If you do not know what both commands do, you should not be watching this video. And, but if you do, I guess you know what I did. So now I can ping .8, and from this machine, I should be able to visit YouTube. Okay. Okay, so I can ping .8, but I cannot get to the internet. So this should be on the DHCP part, services, DHCP server. Does my DHCP server give a DNS? No, it doesn't. So I need to set this up here. Save. Apply the changes. Please tell me I can watch some movies on YouTube now. What's wrong? Okay, a moment. Okay, just in case you experience what I'm experiencing now, follow my steps also. I hope you saw what I did there. Oh, I'm glad we can watch movie now. Voila. For the doubt and the naysayers, I just have to play the video and the movie. So strange that this is the movie we'll see. So if you're watching this from TikTok, this is my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search for it. You get access to my other content. So we have come to the end of the video. There are lots of configuration that you need to do here for a production environment. But to shorten this video, I can't go into all those configuration now. But I can do subsequent videos on specific configurations on the PFsense Firewall. If you want me to do that, please like the video, subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me exactly what you want. If you want a video on a different device, my favorite device, Fortinet or FortiGate, please let me know. Though getting their image is difficult, but I'll find a way. Thank you for sticking around for this content. I remain your host, and I'm just another YouTube guy. Okay.